Hello guys, another video from my car as every Friday, not that much about Laravel, but more about career in general. And today I want to talk about being brave, about courage basically. So recently I received an email from someone thanking me for my content because they received a job, and I asked a follow-up question: how did they receive their first junior job? Any tips for others? And the reply was brilliant. Be more confident in your skills and don't be intimidated by job requirements. I don't know more details about that story, that's all I have, but this is very important in my opinion. What stops us from achieving what we want, including getting jobs, is the courage to take the first step, to risk something, to be more active, to be more confident in your skills. The topic itself is much broader than job search, but imagine a typical job ad. It lists like 15 requirements and only 7 satisfied by your CV, or 8 or 9, and therefore many people would not even try to send the CV or approach the employer. But what if you just try? What is the worst that could happen? What? You don't get that job? Okay, then you try again somewhere else. Or maybe even if you don't get that job, you receive a valuable feedback about what do you lack in your skills. Or maybe that company would remember you for the future opportunities. You never know. But what I'm more thinking about is about taking the first steps. This is the most kind of risky and the most difficult for people to get out of your comfort zone. But guess what? The biggest breakthroughs in life in general happens exactly that, on the edge of your comfort zone, when you do something that you're not comfortable with. Of course, no one likes rejection. And of course, no one likes what people think about them. Like if you don't get a job, what would people think? And by the way, they don't really think about you. They think about themselves mostly. So ignore that. Anyway, imagine how many things are not happening in our lives because we're scared to take the first step or the important step. It's not even about IT at all. For example, ask the girl out, make an important phone call, have a difficult conversation. We're procrastinating on these things very often, although getting out of that comfort zone and taking that step is the most straightforward path to something bigger. Now, of course, I'm not saying that you will succeed just because of the mindset, confidence, and taking that first step. No, that's why kind of the second part of my advice is to lower your expectations. So kind of be okay if you don't succeed, then take that first step and then see what happens. If you do succeed or partially succeed, it's a win. If you don't, you move on with something else. Again, it's not about job search necessarily. It's, for example, changing the jobs or trying out new framework or different design pattern or something. You don't even start often just because you think you would fail. What if you just try? Quite often we see the problems just in our head and we make them bigger than they really are. That's it, kind of unstructured advice based on one example of a confident person who got the job. That's it for this time, and see you guys in other videos.